Great everyone, it's Nicole, the Blind Mage, and today I'm doing a Witch Tag. So this tag was created by Lauren. She saw that there wasn't really one on YouTube or online, so she helped me create one.
Alright, first question. What type of witch do you classify as?
So I know that breaking down there's 9 different types of witches. And I feel like for me, I'm a solitary closet witch as well as a kitchen witch. And I will explain what they are. So a solitary witch is someone that doesn't belong to a coven. They do a lot of practices on their own and learn on their own. A closet witch is a person who hides their magic from friends and family, either because of religious upbringing or because of the fact they know that what they believe in won't be accepted by others. And then the last one, a kitchen witch, is pretty much what Prue was on Charm. Not Prue, Piper, my bad. And that is that anything in your kitchen, whether it's cooking or baking, you infuse it with your magic.
Yeah, Prue was known for astral projecting. If Nicole learned how to do that, it would be cool.
It's on the list.
Question. How long have you been practicing magic?
So, I've been practicing magic a little over 2 years. And I really got serious about it when I started doing tarot and realized that I really don't know enough about it. And that's what really started my studies.
You're like, self-realization, I don't know enough, I need to learn more.
Exactly.
Next question. What got you into magic?
Was what I was into when I started high school. So I was first introduced to magic through tarot because a fellow chessmate was in tarot and she taught me the basics of it. But at the same time, I was also watching Charm and reading the book series Circle of Three by Isabel Bird. And they both helped me to find out more about the world of magic and what's entailed to.
I was like tapping into a world you didn't know about. Next question. What fascinates you about magic?
What fascinates me is that magic is, in its root form, a person's will and intent. So, on that logic, a person can do anything as long as they put their mind and their heart into it. And the fact that magic is closely tied with nature, and I've always been a nature child. And until middle school, when we got done school, I would always take my shoes off and run outside barefoot.
Good teaming hobby.
Part of it was because the fact shoes didn't really fit me. I was born with 12 toes from BBS, so shoes are a pain to find and wear. And also the fact that a lot of people that have vision impairment have touch sensitivity, so it's just easier to just like feel stuff with my feet than wearing shoes.
Next question. What areas of magic do you study?
Good question. So I'm still a novice when it comes to tarot, and I just started learning about herbology, yes, which is the study of herbs, and I guess also tied that as spices as well.
Ooh.
I tried to learn ruins, and I wish to go back to that. I just need to find something that's more accessible for a person with visual disabilities. Because the ones I found, the images were too grainy to make out. Another thing I'm interested in is learning about aromatherapy. And which is using candles and senses in the air to help with meditation and massage.
Right, some people use incense or hot oils, right?
Right. And another one I just started was learning to do meditation to a more extreme level, and that's how you start with astral perception and meeting those in the spirit realm. There's more. It's just like I've learned that I do too many at once, I get stressed thin. So at the moment, I'm just focusing on like one or two areas.
Next question. How do you go about studying magic?
So how I go about studying is I first got a lot of books about magic, like Intro to Wicca and Basic Spells. And Lauren actually got me a really nice book called
100 Tarot Breads.
Right, and the other one was like not Book of Shadows, but like
It was, I'll have to find it and link it in the description, but it was a giant introductory book to witchcraft, so it covers everything under the sun that you'd want to learn if you were a witch.
thank you. I was blanking on that. Everything else is either hands-on or trial or error, or I'm lucky enough to find a teacher that can virtually teach me what I need to know.
Next question. Do you possess a grimoire or a book of shadows?
So a grimoire is a book of shadows that was passed down through generations of your family. And we found out that there was one in our family, but it was lost during the 1600s. So I decided to make a book of shadows of my own.
Ooh.
And I will actually do a video going more in detail about how I'm training it and the pros and cons that people assume are with what I'm doing. And apparently my version is frowned upon, but it's my book.
Why?
Because the fact it's virtual, and a lot of witches believe that a book of shadows should be physical and not virtual.
I mean, if you really want a physical copy, you could just print it out.
But even they frown upon that. They think it should be handwritten.
Next question. How did you go about creating your altar or magic space?
So I actually did a video about altar creations, and I'll link that down below. But because of the fact I'm a closet witch, my altar isn't what you necessarily think of as an altar. So what it is that it's a collection of statues and figurines I'd gotten either from New Age stores or as presents from family, and I used them to create it.
Right, and anybody that knows Nicole and doesn't know that she's a witch would just see her collection of mythology, because they know she loves mythology.
Right.
But were there certain deities that you looked for to collect, or just things that came, like, called out to you?
A lot of them were things that called out to me. Like, for example, the 4 fairies that represent the elements.
Oh.
And the other ones were actually gifts that my family knows I'm into, like all the goddesses or the Pegasus or wolves were family gifts because they know that's what I'm into. And I also have a bookend on my altar from my older sister because it has seashells. And the original idea was to get a second one for bookends, and it never happened. But to see a giant N with seashells in blue is pretty neat.
Right, and no one else in your family actually knows what it's really for but me. I know it's your altar. Do you plan to add or change anything to it for Halloween?
I might change what's in the vase and make that more Halloween themed. Right now it has a rose and a green flag from medieval times. And there's also a cauldron that I want to get rid of because it has a lot of negative energy. It was originally a gift for my birthday, but then the person that gave it to me was Annette's friend, so I don't want it on my altar.
Right.
But because of what's going on right now, I can't send it off to a person that would benefit from it. So for the moment, it's just sitting there.
Alright. Last question. What advice would you give to new people wanting to learn about magic?
I say embrace what you want to learn and just jump right in. There's no point waiting, thinking that either you'll stumble across a coven or a teacher, because if you wait, you're just a waste time. I was lucky that the last year I met another witch named Robin, and she's been slowly teaching me what she knows. But before I met her, I was doing my own study. A lot of times you have to do a lot of experimentation before you discover what speaks to you. Like, some people are more attuned to crystals, some are attuned to earth, like you're doing herbs or doing your own gardens. So it pretty much comes down to what you want to learn and what you want to do. But also, stay open to the spiritual realm and nature around you. Because if you're closed off and you teach yourself, nothing will reach out to you. Well, that was interesting.
Oh, fun tag.
Yeah, I'm very grateful that Lauren created it because I felt like maybe you guys didn't really know a lot about me in magic.
Aww.
And this was a way to let you learn more about me. Like I said, I am a novice, so I'm still stumbling through magic and still learning myself.
Wait, you mean you don't have all the answers?
No, I do not know the answers, but I'm trying to learn the answers. And if there's any questions you guys have that wasn't covered in the tag or anything you'd like to learn more about, leave it in the comments below. And until next time, blessed be.